Yo, what's up, bro? It's your boy Nas. We got hiphopisreal.com. We out here at the PG event with none other than Beasley, man.
Yes,
what's going on, B?
Peace. Hip hop is real, not a cigar. What's good? What's going on?
Ah, man, we out here, man. How you feeling the event so far? We at the PG event. How you liking some of the new talent you've been seeing tonight and everything?
Man, I mean, I love new talent. I love the established guys, but I always like to see guys come in with that hunger, that opportunity. You know what I mean? That first time they really get a chance to touch the stage and really have people pay attention on a major level. It's good to see, you know, what skills they bring and the energy they bring and what unfolds. So I'm always excited to do the PG events and come through and chill and check them and respect them and look at the new talent.
Now, what's to you one of the hardest things dealing with the new guys and seeing the PGs and just doing the events with the PGs and everything like that?
Well, actually, the PG events are a lot easier because everybody's looking for opportunity, as opposed to the more established events where, you know, you got entourages and I can't go in without my cousin and my uncle left his ID at home, and, you know, there's just a whole bunch of other variables that you deal with when you're dealing with the bigger events. Generally, the PG events go pretty smooth. I would say the only detracting factor is that when you first get somebody and they're on the PGs, next week you have all these other leagues trying to call and recruit the guys that they weren't paying attention to last week, which gets a little frustrating because we're essentially trying to establish guys that are solely for URL and not for any other platforms.
Okay. And just, you know, everything that's been going down, I know you guys are working on a lot of things. This year's definitely been a big year for URL. You know, you guys have the Born Legacy series, you know, which has been really effective, and you guys putting on a lot of different battles. And I know you guys got the Unfinished Business coming up on June 4th.
Yes.
June 4th.
That's going to be at Santos Party House, which is a legendary spot. That's also the location where Hollow the Don battled Goods.
Oh, wow.
Calico battled K-Shine. So it's a dope location.
So there's some history
Tech
there.
Nine and Rich Dollars, history in there. Great spot. Big, not quite as big as Gramercy, but not as small as the Black Bear. Just in between, nice intimate setting, more of the VIP type of events. We got some really good battles on that card. You know what I mean?
Let's start it off.
John the Don versus Big T. That's an ongoing grudge match. We got Matt HOFFA versus T-Top and BRIZZ RAWSTEEN versus SUGE, and of course NWX versus Gun titles. And what people really have to understand is you're not really going to see these level matches in a smaller room like that. People got to understand it's like a VIP event.
Okay.
And you know, this is the first, you're not going to really get to see matches of this magnitude in a room that size. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like two, you know, top tier opponents facing each other in a room that size. Generally, if you see guys in a room that size these days, they're fighting, they're battling in a one-rounder with someone that you don't know, or, you know, some like weird matchup. But these are actually matchups that you would see in a Gramercy or you would see in a Urban Plaza, but we're bringing them to a smaller venue. You know what I mean?
What was the reception you got from the battlers when you guys told them we're gonna do it in a smaller room? Was this something
they loved it? They were excited about it. You know what I mean? It took a little bit of finagling and moving a few things around and pulling some strings to make it happen, but it's gonna be nice, man. It's definitely gonna be what it is, man.
What do you think about the gun titles and, you know, NWX and finally, you know, hashing it all out? You know, we seen you in the middle of that breaking shit up.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the famous memes.
Oh man, they killed me, man. They bodied me, man. But I mean, you know, that was just passion and just me trying to save the venue. You know what I'm saying? Because there's not many venues that allow battle rap to come in and put on shows, and you know, a lot of these venues are connected. So if something happens bad in one venue, it carries over and it prevents you from going to other venues. And right now, you know, in terms of the big show battles, you know what I mean, those are the remaining venues within New York City. And if we lose those venues, it's like, what do we have? You know what I mean? I don't mind doing a smaller event. You see, we're at Black Bear today. We got a 2-day event. I'm bringing some big matches in this room, this small room. black belt. You know what I mean? Just because. You know what I mean? So we're really trying to do a lot this year. We're trying to spread out and do as many shows as possible. I think we're off to a great start. I think we've had some great battles thus far. Hopefully everybody's entertained. And just sit back and relax and see what we got in store and just give matches a chance before looking at them on paper and already deciding the verdict. I think a lot of times fans do that. They look at something, oh, this is not going to be good. I want to see this match. We try to do all the matches that we can possibly do to make people happy, but you got to understand there's a lot of variables that go into booking these matches and making sure that we're able to complete our objective, because sometimes certain guys don't want to battle other guys, certain guys want certain amounts of money that can't be recouped with the venues that we have available within the city limits, and then the risk to go out and get even bigger venues sometimes doesn't add up, you know what I mean? So it's like, if you have a guy that says I want $40,000 and another guy says I want 50 or 60, that's not a $100,000 battle. That's automatically a $140,000 battle just for one, because a venue that holds that amount of people, that's centralized, where people will come out to, is $35,000 to $40,000.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? So the struggle,
that's crazy,
for something like that is crazy, and that's for one battle. And I'm pretty sure you guys are not going to want to come out and pay for one battle.
That's real.
And what happens is the cost of that is passed on to the consumer, you guys. So it gets very difficult. And I'm not here to say that people don't deserve what they want, because everybody makes their choice, and you should stand up and get what you deserve or what you feel you deserve. But you know, it takes time for us to be able to raise those funds and to do it. And it's not, you know, we're still, at the end of the day, we're a business. You know, we've been around the most consistent over these last few years for a reason, because we make the right decisions. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And sometimes it's not always the decision that makes the fans happy because they want to see certain matchups, but if, you know, economically it doesn't make sense and it's going to risk us as a business, I feel the culture on the whole is way more important than one match. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, if those people that want those heavy purses, they're going to either have to take a pay cut, or they're going to have to wait, or we're going to have to keep going, generate more interest, get the right sponsors. But we can't just throw big events and not break even, or just break even and then have a staff.
What you doing it for, basically?
Yeah, it's a tough thing. We've done that. You know, we've done tons of matches for free. You know what I mean? If Math HOFFA versus, our first match was free. Math HOFFA versus T-Rex, and they got paid a lot of money, even for now. You know what I mean? And it was free.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? Even the second match, the URL match that we did was free. With Young Ill and Sue Serve, and who else is on that card? Soul Khan and Deacon Frost and all that was free.
That's
the Midwest Massacre was free. You know what I mean? So there's been tons of matches that were free or low costing matches that we ate the cost or absorbed the costs on. So, you know, people got to understand and bear with us and understand that we're trying to do these matches and get these right venues, but you know, a lot of responsibility is passed on to URL. A lot of guys, when we try to book these bigger matches, they want to charge us more money, or they're equating their worth to what they heard another rapper got, so they're saying, well, if he got this amount, then I'm worth this amount, or you guys are the biggest league, so I should get this amount of money for this. So, you know, there's a power struggle there, and we embrace it all, and I'm not complaining, I'm more so explaining. So, you know, these are questions and things that people want to know. So I'm just trying to give you
the negotiation room be crazy then.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
That back and forth is crazy.
It really gets crazy sometimes, because sometimes guys are rational and they're not really thinking about what this whole thing entails. You know, battle rap is still very niche. While it is a big thing and URL has become very popular over the last couple of years, it still is a growing sport, a growing form of hip-hop entertainment that people are still trying to, that from the outside looking in, are still trying to understand the relevance of it.
Okay.
The relevancy of it. But it will take time, and it will grow, and it will build. but it takes time, and people need to have that understanding of what it takes to put these shows on, and just come into that happy medium where artist and league owner are both reaching a decision that's amicable for both parties. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it's a lot. You know, the fans say, "Oh man, URL, just pay him the money, just do it, just go ahead and do it." You know what I mean? But sometimes these guys don't pack buildings. You know what I'm saying? And I see other people book the same crowd and the same people, and they don't pack buildings. You know what I'm saying? Which leads me to believe that for us to be successful and for the artists to be successful, we need each other. You know what I mean?
That's real.
So it's like URL is a platform, we're an outlet, we're a brand, we have the popularity, we have the leverage within the industry and a lot of certain outlets that others don't have, and then the talent, which is the artists, they provide what we need to put out to the world. You know what I mean? But they have to understand at a certain point that yes, they do bring out people, but it's our platform combined with theirs that's the draw, because we've seen it time after time after time. I'm not seeing anybody else sell out these buildings like we sell these buildings
that's real.
at the price that we're selling the tickets at. I'm not seeing this is not happening on any other league. Be clear. Like, our big events are at least 2 to 3 times more in capacity in terms of turnout. So that's a testament to the strength of the brand, and it's a testament to the strength of the artist, and the combination of the two culminating together, which builds a strong force that allows us to be successful. So I think there has to be a little bit of give and take, because it's no secret that if you're an artist and you land on URL, your profile's going to increase. You're going to get called for more battles. Leagues that weren't contacting you before are going to contact you, and it leaves you open to opportunity. And it's just about walking through the right doors and utilizing those opportunities to be beneficial to yourself and your brand.
And you know what that goes into as well, man? I hear a lot of conversations happening and people saying, what's more important, the battlers of the leagues, the battlers of the leagues. And you know, I was having a conversation saying that, you know, it's a mutual thing. Yes, it's a mutual, you know, equal opportunity for both the league and the battlers. Because the battler can't say, I built this league, because what the effort it takes for an actual league to do what they do, their promotion, their, you know, meeting with different people and their networking and things like that. And even with the battler themselves having to actually put in that work to build themselves as well, to be able to bring a draw. You know what I'm saying? What's your opinion on, you know, when people say, you know, either the battlers or the leagues are more important?
I mean, as I said, I think the two go hand in hand. I think we're fortunate in terms of being established that we're able to profile new artists and sell out venues and get a high level of views off of guys that people don't know. I don't really see anybody else doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see people really matching that. Like, I could look on other leagues, I could put guys out in the proving grounds and get the same amount of views overnight as any of your other leagues that's out there. So it just shows that there clearly is a difference. There's a difference when people say, when are we going to see this guy on URL? You know what I'm saying? And I just feel that, you know, not to be cocky or anything, but I feel there needs to be a clear distinction between, you know, where things lie in tiers. You know what I mean? Like,
North says every time. You guys are the NBA, and everybody else is, you know.
But you have, like, North is a jerk. But you have, like, different rappers that you guys put in tiers. You gotta be real and put the leagues in tiers.
That's
you know what I'm saying? I see people argue all the time, but the main thing that you have to understand is that numbers don't lie, and the numbers tell the story. You know what I mean? We have over 100 million more views than any other league, than your number 2 league or whoever your number 2 league would be. We have a whole 100 and something million more views than any other league. We have a whole 100 and something thousand more subscribers than any other league.
All my wrists is frost, all my women is boss. Work my wrist with the fog, and we getting it off. Now all my water be Voss, the 5 in the garage.